Hi, Deepak with 91mobiles.com, and we are going through a quick video review of the new Moto E. The Moto E, as you know, is an affordable handset from Motorola, priced at just 7,000 rupees. And has been garnering a lot of positive response from buyers. Available exclusively on Flipkart. As far as specs are concerned, the Moto E features a 4.3-inch Quad HD display powered by a 1.2 GHz dual-core Snapdragon processor, mated to 1 GB of RAM. There's 4 GB of internal storage inside. The device supports dual SIMs, and you can also expand the memory via micro SD. There's no front camera, but at the rear there is a fixed focus 5 megapixel shooter, but no LED flash. Design wise, the Moto E is a solidly built handset. Features a water repellent nano coating, but thanks to the curved rear, feels very ergonomic. Also feels reassuringly heavy when held in the hand. It looks a little plain Jane, but you can customize the colors thanks to its interchangeable back panels. The port placement is fairly standard and not too different from its sibling, the Moto G. There are these chrome finished keys on the right, the power key and the volume rocker. Standard placement for the micro USB port and the audio headset jack. The front is a little better though, and that's thanks to these chrome strips at the top and bottom of the screen. The top is the earpiece, while the bottom hides the mic and the front facing speaker. The Quad HD display sported by the Moto E is one of its biggest assets. Not only is the resolution pretty high for a device which is priced at 7,000 rupees, it's also layered by Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which is unheard of at this price point. The display is pretty sharp, the colors are accurate, and the touch response is pretty decent as well. Unfortunately, the fixed focus camera is pretty basic and delivers average results. The images are not too bad when shot in broad daylight, but you can't really use it for shooting in low light conditions because the results are quite grainy. Suffice to say that the camera is not one of its strong points. Software wise, the Moto E runs a stock version of the latest Android, which is 4.4.2 KitKat. Now that's also one of its strong points, especially considering that most of its rivals in this price category are still stuck on Android Jelly Bean. Motorola is also guaranteeing an upgrade to the next version. You'll find the usual set of apps, the Google Suite, along with Motorola Migrate and the Assist automation app we've seen earlier. A new introduction is something called Motorola Alert, and what this enables is features which are called Meet Me and Follow Me for sharing your location with friends and loved ones, and also an emergency alert feature which could be quite handy in emergencies. When it comes to performance, the Moto E is pretty smooth. It runs basic tasks pretty well and handles multitasking well too. A little bit of lag does creep up sometimes when switching between apps or when you are typing fast. But that said, you won't find it lacking in daily usage. Now this isn't a device made for gaming, but It's good enough for arcade games and even intensive games like Riptide GP2 are quite playable. When it comes to battery life, the 1980 mAh battery lasts a full day with medium usage. Your mileage could vary, of course, but with both SIMs switched on and intermittent use of Wi-Fi, 3G, navigation, music and gaming, it lasts enough to see us through a full working day. Overall, the Moto E is a very compelling device in the budget category. For 7,000 rupees, it offers a lot. Great build, Android KitKat, pretty good specs, a sharp screen, smooth performance and a decent battery life. The only sore point probably is the fixed focus camera, which delivers average results. But that apart, the E is a solid device. It's also great to have Android KitKat at this price point. That said, the Moto E has a few rivals as well. The Lava Iris 406Q comes to mind, which is priced the same but is powered by a quad-core processor. The newly announced Micromax Canvas Unite 2 is also a close rival. It'd be interesting to see how it plays out, but at this point it'd be enough to say that the Moto E is really one of the best choices if you're looking for a budget smartphone. This is Deepak signing off.